underway. Looks quite comfortable with himself, and even backstage, I know he's been disappointed with one or two of his performances, but he looks as though he's up for it. And why wouldn't he be? Chance to equal Steve Davis' modern day 6 World Championships, and of course aiming at Stephen Hendry's 7, apart from other records.
Well, he's pushed one over that left corner pocket, but the black's a bit awkward. Pink tied up. And there you can see the pocket. Yeah, you see that angle there is the rubber underneath the cloth as it goes round in. It just continues round into the pocket. Many, many years ago, that rubber was shaved slightly so that the ball would hit the corner of the pocket and drop in. But that's not the case these days. With some of the club tables, if you look at the pocket, if you play, you'll see that the rubber is slightly shaved as right in the corner of the pocket.
Six.
And of course, they do have templates that fit into the pocket, and they must fit in. That's how they decide how big the pocket opening is.
7.
But only a fraction can make such a difference.
Yeah.
Just asking Leo Scullion to clean the cue ball. I think that's just giving Ronnie a little bit of thinking time. He's on this red. He'll be thinking sooner rather than later. He needs to bring other reds into play. It's the type of pack you maybe like to do it off the blue.
15.
A little bit straighter than he would have liked. So having to play for the loose red, and as I say, if he gets the angle there, if he has a choice.
22.
No, decided on the black, but if he's straight again, he'll be wishing he'd have played for the blue. Not going to leave the next red too easy. He's having a look now. He's looking to see the... Well, there is a red on the right-hand side of the cluster. Goes to the far left corner. That's about as good as he can play for, I think. Very straight. So playing for that red to the far right corner, needs to slow up, otherwise he'll be... Well, it is the far right corner, or the far left corner. Got a choice of 2. No problem. And now a nice angle on the black. And I think he would be going into them this time. As I say, it's the type of pack you'd like to go into off the blue, but I don't think he'll refuse this opportunity.
Yeah, if he hits the reds. Yeah. Just to the left would be ideal. He plays this very well. It's more of a stun shot than screwing into them, because the white can come back towards the black. But if he just gets that with a stun, it really will open the reds up, or just the one on the left even. That'll do very nicely.
Yeah, as you said, Dennis, and because they were loose, there was a few loose reds. You didn't have to hit it with a lot of pace, just controlled cannon.
39.
Okay, you might feel he's not spread the balls far and wide, but it's in a situation now where if he pots one, he clears the pocket for another. And that was his brain ticking over there, I think, just thinking, right, pot the black, play for the red in the same pocket. And this is where he's a delight to watch.
46.
It's nice to see him enjoying the game. He brings so much pleasure, it's got to be said, for any who's ever played snooker. It's just a joy to watch. Disappointed with that though, he's overscrewed that.
Still taking it on though, it's much thinner, but he can still get into the pink here. And that might be a problem now. I don't think a red goes into the corner. Maybe the outside
52.
one pots. The one that's just near the pink spot. Yep, just enough room for that. Now, he almost middle pocket. He put everything into the pot there and forgot about the white. He can get through to the yellow if he wishes, or he can just put a colour, say if he's got a 53-point advantage. But he does seem to have got his focus back. I know he played really well against short. Signs that he was just losing a little bit of focus. You can tell sometimes with Ronnie's expression, but he's looks in great mental state, should I say.
Ronnie O'Sullivan, 53.
Well, listen, Dennis, you know better than anybody, you know, if you're not happy here and you know, the game's hard enough as it is, isn't it? And if you're struggling a little bit with your form. But yeah, I think that Sean Murphy result was a big boost for Ronnie. And to win with a session to spare was a real bonus.
Yeah, just going back to Barry Hawkins, you know, I mean, what he did in the last 2 frames against Dominic Dale after losing 7 frames in a row, you know, was brilliant, and it will have taken quite a bit out of him. But the way Ronnie's cueing, this could be a very tough session for Barry Hawkins, because that type of shot tells you that you're cueing really smoothly.
Yeah, looks an obvious cannon, the red on the right-hand side of the cluster. Just nudging on, he didn't get into it enough. That's a little bit careless from Ronnie. He won't be happy with that one.
8.
Wanted to catch that red full ball or half ball the other side. So another frame winning opportunity, and he's let it slip.
Ronnie O'Sullivan, 8.
So Barry Hawkins not out of this frame yet. This really would be a frame against the head, so to speak, Dennis.
Well, he's taken the opportunity of bringing the red into play, the one that Ronnie knocked safe. This will move a few of the reds. He'll be hoping to knock another one onto a cushion while playing the safety shot here. He might even be able to take a pot on. And there it is. A classic shot to nothing there. He had the safety shot. Now that he knocked the red in, he can put Barry in trouble.
Ronnie O'Sullivan, 1.
I'll tell you what, he's hard to play against if he starts knocking those in.
Well, absolutely. I mean, that was a tremendous pot, and as you said, it was the classic shot for nothing, because if it doesn't go in, look where the cue ball finished. And once you get this type of shot, and if you can get them with regularity, even if you're not on a colour, we know what comes next, and Barry has got to get this safe, and this is not guaranteed. And we know how this misrule rears its head. 62 points behind, 67 remaining. So now 66
Oh,
points behind
Ronnie O'Sullivan,
with 67 remaining. Ronnie will have it replaced. If he doesn't hit it this time, he'll need a snooker. Another 4 points away and he'll be 70 behind with 67 remaining.
Yeah, they used to call it a deliberate miss, but how would you be trying not to hit a red when you know you're going to need a snooker? So they changed that to the miss rule. So very well played.
Well done. Little tap on the table from Ronnie as well. That's nice to see in appreciation, but Ronnie just needs one red. Probably wouldn't play it here, I think. Just tuck this red to the side cushion and take the cue ball to balk. Well, that's a strange way of playing it, but obviously felt being on the right-hand side of the table, he made it a little bit more difficult for Barry to play safe. Not quite certain about the merit of that shot, but it was his choice, and who'd argue with Ronnie? So Ronnie's had a good look at these three reds in the middle of the table. I don't think it's a three-ball plant, but the left hand of the reds he will be hoping to knock to the top cushion. Just needs a good cue ball. Trying to swing it round off two cushions. Trying to get in behind the yellow. It's not bad. Great length. And he's knocked a red that's close to this right corner, which Barry can't get through to. Right behind the line of the shot, and that's Barry's view. We'll give you a spin, and there you go. Decent cue ball this. That was a good shot from Barry. To not leave anything easy. He's played an excellent shot. And Ronnie has got a little bit of a problem. Barry at the moment, 66 points behind, 67 remaining. If he does get a chance, he needs blacks with these remaining reds and all the 6 colours. Big ask. Ronnie may be forced into playing a pot here. He only needs the red. And the safety is by no means guaranteed. Well, here's half a chance. It's a big shot, big moment in the frame, but the type of frame we've seen so many times, if a player can steal it, it can turn a session at least. So a big, big shot this now for Barry. Great pot. He's giving himself a chance now, but he needs blacks off every red to be able to win by 1.
Barry Hawkins, 1.
And now he needs a snooker. 65.
Guess.
50.
Yes. Thanks, mate.
Quiet, please.
Go back to 10.
Tough.
One.
It's not a nice seat that at the moment for Barry Hawkins, Dennis, is it? Alone with your thoughts and not getting a lot of table time.
9.
Yeah, you can see this semi-final slipping away frame by frame, but you've got to hang in there. He knows what Dominic Dale did against him. And you've got to be thinking to yourself, well, there's only one player who can be at the table. So if you keep knocking them in, he can do what Ronnie's been doing to him. But it's a big ask of him.
17.
And you got to have that hope, and he's got the ability to do it if he gets a chance. He finished his match with Dominic Dale with a couple of frame-winning efforts, so we know he's quite capable, but 8-2 down against the defending champion. It's not looking good.
22. Thank you. 23.
Playing well and truly over, of course. Just a case of whether Ronnie can add to his
28.
first contribution, which was 53. Could better that here.
30.
Well, not quite. The green hasn't dropped, but that's more than enough. So another frame. Okay, he didn't have many chances there, Barry Hawkins, but one sometimes is all you're going to get against Ronnie O'Sullivan. Barry Hawkins falls further behind. Now 6 behind, 8-2.